Justice League issue 25, Scott Snyder and James Tynion in the fourth writing, with Jorge Jimenez and Javier Fernandez on the art. That's a really weird pair of artists to have together, because I really had to think about which name went with which last name there. So
yeah, a lot of J's there.
Well, more specifically, a lot of Hispanic J's that don't sound like J's. Yeah.
Just before we actually get into the issue, I know there's a new thing on the box art. What is that standing for? Like, what's it meant to be?
Let me check.
Because obviously it was New Justice up until I think this issue.
You're right. It just says JL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it supposed to be anything?
I think it's just the Justice League family.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a shield with JL in
it. No. I didn't know if it was meant to be like a new direction, is it standing for anything bigger, or is it just?
I think it's just we're past like that promotional period where we called it this, so now it's just Justice League family.
Fair enough.
That'd be my guess anyway. Yeah, so oversized issue. We have Batman in his big stupid white suit that I hate, fighting Sunbox, yes,
Lord.
Fighting most of the league. However, the Superman side of this issue was actually pretty good, so I can't.
This is how you can tell. Fantastic. Yeah, Jorge Jimenez really, you can tell he loves Superman.
All I'm saying is Superman flying through multiple suns.
Yep.
Is the best thing I've seen.
Okay, are you saying that because you love Morrison and that's something Morrison would have done? Because that's very much 1 million.
Kind of is, but no, just the imagery of it more than anything.
No, it is.
I think for me, it's because obviously I've been saying all along, Batman's got a plan. He's not actually just going along with this. Ultimately, yeah, he moved the suns away from Clark, but he kind of like knew that he could get there, right?
Was it more interesting to you though that he was kind of going along with it, but with a back plan?
Yeah, he was basically like, I know Clark's not going to die because of the orbits I put the suns in, but if he doesn't make it in time, then he still survives. You know what I mean? Like he was trying to make Superman late.
Yeah, basically
what he was doing.
Going like, hey, no, this plan that we're all like, oh, he's not really going along with this. He goes, that is the best plan.
Yeah.
But Superman can prove me wrong, so I'm going to give him a chance to prove me wrong.
Because if Superman's wrong, or if Superman's late, this future goes into effect. And what happens to Superman then? Does he just get absorbed into old bearded Superman? Like,
I mean, I like the message after.
Still trying to kill Superman. Let's not forget that.
I mean, well, no, because I like the message afterwards. It was like I really couldn't believe that there was any other way in what to do this. But that's kind of the point of Superman. Is he's there to believe in things that I can't believe in.
Yep.
I like that part of it. And I like the moment in space where he's because we keep getting this flashback where he's with his dad and it's lighting the lantern, he couldn't do it, and then he's like teaching John how to do it, and we see the Justice League standing there with the lanterns, and he's like, those aren't lanterns, those are suns, and it's like a hallucination that becomes the real thing, and then he flies through all the suns. I do kind of.
It was that hope that his friends are there.
I do kind of hate something about this though. I hate the part where the narration says that it's going to take however long for light to catch up to him and months for sound to catch up to him, because I'm like, no, he's not that fast. Don't do this. Stop telling me
maybe he is when he's flying through that many suns and absorbing all that power. It's a
little golden agey.
I think the idea here is it's like a temporary boost that he's absorbing that much power. He's getting stronger. He's getting faster.
Well, because he needs to punch out World Forger.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think it's a permanent thing. He's not going to retain all of that.
But don't get me wrong. The actual event of all this, and then him like swooping into the planet and just going straight for World Forger and punch him in the face. But of course, the full page spread before he does so is him, and then below him you see Pa-Kent, above him you see young John, and it's like they're both there with him in spirit. It's a fantastic moment. It's the best moment of the issue.
So, I was wondering how much Bendis had to do with Snyder and his plan, right, going forward. They're definitely talking. Hey, cut it out, jerks. Sorry, yes. The dog was chasing the cat. I definitely, with something that happens in Young Justice, seeing Pa Kent here, by the end of whatever's going on, I'm gonna say by the end of Doomsday Clock, so maybe 6 months from now. Who knows? Whenever that ends, the Kents are coming back. Ma and Pa are gonna be back, and I feel this was the subtle reminder because that page with John and Pa, I need. We've seen Psycho Grandpa, right? We need loving Grandpa.
We need proper Grandpa. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I've had a lot of problems with this arc. I think a lot of this arc has felt kind of rushed and not really had the emotional way that it's needed to. I think the Superman stuff in this last issue is mostly pretty great. And definitely been easily the best thing about the whole arc. Like, the Superman stuff in this issue is, like, head and shoulders above everything else in the arc for me. Hell, I hated, like, evil Lois in the future and all that stuff, but I even liked the moment with her when she refuses to fire on Superman because she sees Superman coming back. I'm like, okay, that was a nice moment. I wish I cared more about her specifically because she just feels like this fake Lois that I don't buy would do this.
Oh, because so the fifth dimension actually has rules where the sixth dimension doesn't, right? Is that where we're at? Like, the sixth dimension is actually the world of imagination.
Oh, actually, on that, let me. I want to talk about this. So I was telling Matt about Twilight Zone when we were on a break between issues, and I said to him that it's funny we're talking about that because there's actually, there's 2 comics this week that have narration boxes that sounded so much like a Rod Serling intro to the Twilight Zone that I read them in his voice without even meaning to. The one in this one that I wanted, because Matt just said Sixth Dimension has no rules. It's on the first page after the opening sort of scene with Superman, and we actually see him like all skinny in space.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the page, there's 2 boxes here. The Sixth Dimension is the final realm. It exists beyond imagination, beyond understanding.
Beyond understanding.
A place where everything falls away except the truths to where you never meant to see. And I read that in Rod Serling's voice. It's like a Twilight Zone thing.
Enter the Twilight Zone.
Into the Twilight Zone. Yeah, that's it.
Sounds the music sting.
Sounds like he's building up to it. It really does.
That Superman with the sun, him coming out of it, that's definitely shades of All-Star, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So oh my god, I put Jimenez on a full-time Superman book at some point, please. Like,
yeah. Jimenez has been absolutely killing it this arc. Say what you want about the story. I know Pete especially has had some problems, but the art has been top quality.
Oh sure.
Yeah, that scene where he comes through, right? And I love that with John, him, and Pa. And then it's the World Forger, and he goes, when he looks up, he sees something he never imagined. Something shaped a lot like a fist, and it zooms in on his eye.
Yeah. And then the page after it's like this sonic boom going all around the world. Like, oh man.
Yeah, and then it kills it.
No, the Superman stuff is great. It's funny how it kind of ends with them actually recruiting the World Forger. So instead of Batman joining the World Forger joins Batman.
Yeah,
that's Superman though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can convince them all.
Yeah, and it's like we have to find the Monitor, we have to find the Anti-Monitor, and we're going to do this. We're going to save the world. And they come back to regular present day. Mira and Starman are like, "Oh, where have you guys been?" Like, "What? We've only been gone for a few hours." They're like, "You've been away for a week."
We were fighting Mixie and Batman, and it's all gone to shit.
And then Lex gave this big grand speech, and then the Year of the Villain issue happened where Lex apparently killed himself.
Can I say how disrespectful it is for Lex to stand over Mixie like that? Oh, I'm pissed. Come on, man.
And then at the end of the issue, Brainiac sort of has these pods of people growing out of it, and one comes out, gets dressed, and it doesn't give you a clear image, but I mean that's Lex, right? Who's just been reborn.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah. I felt that way. I mean.
Whatever he is, he's we're getting Luthiak at one point, right? Like
Luthiak
from Justice League.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like from the cartoon.
Yeah.
Because Snyder does like to pull from the animated.
He loves
stuff.
those shows.
He did it with on his Batman run with the animated series, just the visual sometimes.
Yeah, blimps everywhere.
Blimps and just the Art Deco.
He had that Clayface issue or 2 issues really early on in the run. That was just basically here's an animated series episode.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So here I feel like we're definitely shading towards Luthiak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not as interested in this Year of the Villain stuff just because it feels like a gimmick. Like
that's a little bit.
does a little bit, yeah.
Like,
but
it doesn't
I mean,
feel naturally occurring. Like if this just happened in the pages of Justice League, and we weren't getting all these tie-ins of,
honestly,
Lex's offer.
I don't mind that too much. If it's a story, it's a story.
Mhm.
My biggest problem is them calling it year.
The banner.
Lex going, "Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
hey,
yeah, no. See
welcome
when
to the year of the villain."
Yeah.
Like, oh no,
when
not
Lex
again.
when Lex said that out loud, I groaned hard
That
because
that was the worst line of the issue, which he was fighting for, because there was another one that was on like the second or third page that I was convinced was going to be the worst line.
No, it's the same as in Batman when they started referring to 0 year as 0 year. I'm like, wait, why are you calling it this?
Stop it, yeah.
But then I like stuff like at the end where he says their doom has only just begun. I like that. That's a good.
No, that's fine.
In capper.
Also,
But yeah.
with the cloak at the end, Lex actually looks like Doctor Doom. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what are we rating the old Justice League?
Yeah, what are you rating, Matt?
I'm gonna give it a. Man, the Mena's art is strong. I think I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Connor?
I'm going to be unusual and slightly above Matt, which is weird. Usually he's the high end, but I'm going with an 8. I like all the Superman stuff a lot, and the fighting stuff is all fine. It's not like the most compelling. That would have pushed it up higher, but it's all perfectly decent. But all the core stuff with Superman and just the art of it all is enough to make it an 8 for me.
Yeah, I like the Superman stuff a lot. I like the idea, like Batman's line about, Superman's there to believe in things he can't believe in. I like that a lot. So that really drags it up for me. The fighting with the other heroes while they're waiting for like Superman, it's just kind of fodder. It's just kind of there to be there.
Oh, that's it. That's the bit that has the second worst line of the of the issue. It's on the title page. They're all fighting. The evil, Hulk Woman's like, "Oh, you cannot win this battle, Justice League." And Woman goes, "I hope you're talking to your team." I'm like, what? That's like it's like the equivalent of going, a kid go, "Oh, why are you talking about yourself?"
Yeah.
Like, what? That is some terrible trash talk.
Yeah.
I don't make trash. I burn it.
I think I'll agree with Matt here and go 7.5. I think that's where I'm going to land on it. All the year the villain stuff's fun. I think it does feel a bit gimmicky overall, but the actual story could be pulpy goodness. The problem with Snyder though is that he tends to overcomplicate absolutely every goddamn thing.
We should say Snyder talked about this in an interview this week, that's saying Justice League is an event book going forward. It's going to be constantly feeling like
that's how I feel it should be, though. I don't feel like they keep using flagship, and I don't feel like it should be a flagship. It should be this is when big things happen, because you have all of the heroes involved.
Yeah.
But I guess I would also make it a flagship.
Might be a little bit disappointed by that, because it means we're probably not going to get a lot of quiet downtime.
Yeah, I don't want it to be constantly events. I want it to have ebb and flow. But
I mean, I don't think I mind too much when there's all the other books giving me quiet and downbeat things, and we're even between a lot of these characters, I can get those beats.
I guess the bigger problem for me is that Snyder's writing when he's doing event stuff is so packed and quick paced that I don't feel that the emotional weight of a lot of the things that's supposed to land actually land. And I think his pacing there could be improved greatly, but we'll
That's
see.
fair. I mean, we kind of agree it landed this time with all the Superman stuff.
Oh, it landed. There was a lot of stuff in the middle that wasn't that good.
That's fair.